Tom Mealy from Madhouse TV, and when I'm not at the studio, I'm here at the Harrison Law Group. This is my real job. And this January 2015, Brett and I are putting together a show called Legal Straight Talk. It'll be aired on Cablevision as well as here at Madhouse TV. You need to tune in. This information that we're going to be giving the public is the real deal. It's all about what you should do, what you shouldn't do. So tune in this January 2015 for a new episode of Legal Straight Talk.
Hi, I'm Jerry Parisi. Join Tom Mealy and Tommy Marr right here on Cablevision Channel 20 each week for an interesting episode of The Long Island View.
I am Tommy Marr,
Otherwise known as the Maverick Soul.
and I am live in the Madhouse.
For my show, Maverick Soul Hour.
Come and join us. It's the place to be.
Right here on Madhouse TV, Sunday nights at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And we will put you out to the entire world.
You got that right.
You're watching MadhouseTV.com. Stay tuned for the Filmmaker Show starring Jerry Parisi.
Hi, I'm Jerry Parisi. Welcome to tonight's edition of The Filmmaker Show. It's hosted by myself, Jerry Parisi, and of course, my lovely wife, Michelle, who's always there when I need her. And tonight, live from Madhouse TV, I like the way I say that, I have one special guest, Brimstone!
Pleasure to be here.
It sounded like a wrestling match.
Pleasure to be here.
Pleasure to meet you.
I've heard nothing but good things about this place, so I'm so happy to finally be here.
You must have been paid a lot of quarters to say that.
I was. I got to tell you, they were around back. They shoved them in my pocket. I had to say, oh, well,
You saw the old lady pass it there.
I'm Tom's mother. Here it is.
no, seriously, you guys have been around for quite some time now.
175 years
It's
I am.
insane. It's insane. Well, to be completely honest, I mean, look, I'm a Long Island bred guy, and this is the first time I've been invited down to Madhouse TV, so thank you very much for having me.
I'm going to do a shameless plug. I cannot do enough to be on this station for Tom Mealy or Vicky, who's always working tirelessly. Tommy Marr, he's like an icon. And Janine, who's so quiet, yet is incredible what they do. And together they built this beautiful 4-stage studio.
It's gorgeous.
I mean, yeah, it's really a great studio. And people in Long Island don't see studios like this.
No, not at all.
You know what? The only other studio, right, Michelle, we go to is really ABC TV's. And now we're at the Eyewitness with our good friend Donnie. But as far as Long Island goes, this is the most comfortable, most beautiful, well-equipped. And when I'm not late, because school buses hold me back, I get behind a bad school
Darn
bus.
school buses.
Hate them all.
Teaching the kids, bringing them to the schools. No.
I want to say
They need
special-
They should be
Special-
airlifted.
I want to especially thank Huntington Coach for driving so slowly there.
You can always take your private copter down here. It's
You want to know what? I almost should have taken a copter
you
tonight.
should have.
It wasn't gassed up.
day. Well, it is.
But,
what it is.
enough about Madhouse and myself or Michelle. Were we talking about Michelle? I don't think we mentioned much
We
about
can
it.
say many
Say
things.
something about
Listen, we already discussed before the show started that
Yeah.
Michelle was going to get a little comfortable with little Brimstone over there.
I love it. Show little Brimstone up.
So she's
Here
gonna
he is.
snuggle up with Brim, kind of like my wife does when I'm out on tour. So
Oh, how
so-
nice is that?
So there you go. Yeah, she hates
yeah.
me. She snuggles with the plush.
He fits very nicely right here. And he's very quiet, and he's following all the directions.
Can I
Everything
try-
else.
It works.
Can I trade you a dog for that?
I don't know about that. I don't know. We have one of those already.
But it's now time we discuss your accomplishments. And oh my God, Michelle and I are both reading this 11-page printout of you. We print it with big type, we can't see. But
I was about to say, you had a paragraph. It must have been this small.
the letters were this big.
He told me to print it out big, large.
Big
I
letters.
need to see everything.
You know what? I was blown away. You're a wrestler, and it's a good thing because you're a big size.
Yeah.
And
So now he's making fun of how big I am. We're going to talk now. For this.
Okay.
So,
Not a problem.
So mean. I'm very sensitive of my girth.
no, you're
Well,
so good looking.
You have so many accomplishments.
I do.
And you were on Sesame Street
Yes.
and Romper Room.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Wow. Being on those iconic shows. I mean, when you're there, I was little. Who the heck knows? I didn't know what was going on. All I knew was, hey, there's the big bumblebee, and here's Big Bird, and here's So it was a lot of fun.
Did you walk down Sesame Street?
I did. Although
Oh my God.
it's a set.
Sure.
It was a lot of fun. I actually got to sit in Big Bird's nest. Did a lot of different really cool things while I was there. One of them happened to be we played a game, and everybody had to put in one of their shoes. Now, I had always had Velcro shoes.
Okay.
Then my mother decided, well, I'm going to give him lace shoes. So it happened to be right before, I went on Sesame Street. Now, little did I know that they were going to be playing this game. Of course, I was young, so I wouldn't know anyway. But I didn't know how to tie my shoes yet. So we had to take off one of our shoes, both of our shoes, and put them into a pile of all the other shoes. So all the kids, they said, ready, set, go. We all ran in, got to get the shoes. And I found one of them. Then I found the next. And then I couldn't tie them because I didn't know how to make it happen. And I was the last one. Maria came over and she tied my shoes for me. And then there I went running off. And that was one of the fun things that happened to me on Sesame Street.
And I was just playing the violin for you when you did
The tiniest. Isn't that crazy? Now,
How did you get into being on Sesame Street?
my mother was, she was trying to do the whole agent thing when I was little.
Mm-hmm.
And, she started making connections and contacts. And I don't know how she did it, but she got me on the show. And my father and my mother were going through a divorce. And unfortunately, I wound up not pursuing the acting at a young age because my father would be complaining, "Oh, it's my weekend," and my mother would go, "But he has to go on an audition," and it's just so I got kind of cut off, before it got going. So who knows? Maybe I could have been that kid on Home Alone. You never know.
Like this.
It's so.
Yeah.
It's a very, very, very hard industry.
Yeah.
No one realizes how hard it is. In fact, until you're really deep into it, we've got some friends who are producers at the big distributors. You don't know. You'll hear it's the hardest industry in the world. Mm-hmm. You'll hear that it's the most coveted and most people want to be in an industry. Mm-hmm. But you kind of get an idea that it's extremely hard. But until you're in the crux of it, you don't know how hard it is.
They don't get it. People don't understand.
It's a very tough thing to break in.
It's very, very difficult. One, there are a million other people that do the same thing that we do.
And they're identical
Right.
to you.
So, it's people don't realize how difficult it is to make it in any aspect of the entertainment industry. Nonetheless, acting or
Right.
wrestling or television or radio, they don't get it. Out of millions of people, there are only X amount of spots.
Sure.
So now, we're talking about years ago when I was growing up and you guys were growing up. I mean, we didn't have things like the internet where, now people can create their own
Right.
studios and live out their dreams and build,
Sure.
and create amazing things like Madhouse. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
Or, web radio and so forth. And it gives people the opportunity to build their own positions and then, exceed past, some of the places that have been around for years. I think some internet radio, some internet TV gets more hits than CBS does at certain.
I can't disagree with you more. Now, this is like coming from the belly of the beast. I make radio commercials. I make
Okay.
television. I make a lot of advertising.
Uh-huh.
I can't stand listening to a radio commercial. I will switch it off. Unless it's somebody's commercial I really like.
Right.
Like, I like Sleepy's commercials because I worked with Sleepy's for like 4 years. All
There you
those
go.
blue trucks used to be mine. And the people at Sleepy's, they really know what they're doing. And I got to
right.
say that about them.
Yeah.
And they're not paying me to say it. I'm just saying they do.
Okay.
And they understand it. They get it. So I'll listen to their commercials. But then I will listen to other commercials, and it can't get a quarter way through it before I snap that dial.
Really?
It's like, well, you got the good stuff and you got the bad stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And only being 41 years in advertising that I've been in,
Wow.
I can tell you what the good stuff
You're not
is and
supposed
what
to
the
age
bad
yourself.
stuff.
Never give them the age.
They never give
Don't
me the
age,
age.
don't age yourself.
I'm 175.
You've only done this for about 10 years, 41 years.
Listen, let me
Come
tell
on.
you, 10 years wouldn't have taught me enough typesetting, let me tell you. But let's get back to you. So you were on these iconic shows, and then where did you progress from there?
I stopped doing pretty much everything for a while. My parents were kind of head to head, and it is what it is, you know. Then I got into music. Music was my real first love, you know, what I really, really had wanted to do with my life. And, you know, I was a drummer, and I was playing in, you know, band after band after band. And, you know, I hit it with a couple of different bands. I was in one called Who's Laughing Now, another one, Bugsy, and I toured. You know, I had the opportunity to tour around the country, and it was fantastic.
I've heard of Bugsy.
Yeah.
I have too.
I heard of Bugsy. Wow.
Yeah. So that was, I mean, we're talking old school, you know what I mean? I haven't done this and I haven't played, in so many years, but I miss those days.
Sure.
You know, and being in music really set the pace for a lot of the stuff that I've done after. And the reason for that is because when you're in a band, one, you need to know how to guerrilla market like nobody's business.
Absolutely agreed.
Yeah, and you know, guerrilla marketing is one of my favorite. You know, I love to guerrilla market. I love to network. I love to be out there. I love to do it. And you know,
And I love selling gorillas. They're just so easy.
they're easy, especially the purple ones that are in the, you know, pet store windows. McGilla, I heard.
McGilla
You know,
gorilla.
fantastic.
Hanna-Barbera. Oh my gosh.
It was, you know, it was for me. You know, it gave me the opportunity. I understood from you know, square one. You know, you have to build a brand.
Sure.
And
Absolutely correct. Build a brand. Everybody learn that from a
Learn it.
non-advertising man who
Learn
knows
it.
what he's talking about. Build a brand.
build a brand. It's very, although I have done advertising as well. So you know,
There you go.
But you know, at the end of the day, you know, it's very important to continue to build a brand and make sure that, you know, in you know, any way, shape, or form, you're getting that brand out there. You understand what your brand is, and you continue to build upon it. And you have to continue to reinvent it after a certain amount of years.
Absolutely correct.
So,
Absolutely correct.
That I learned from the music industry, and you know, at some point I got sick of being in a 5-way marriage, because that's basically what it is. You're
It
in
is.
music. You
That's
know?
a really good way of looking at 5-way marriage. Go on.
It's very, very difficult. You know, because you've got this one who has these ideas, this one who has those ideas, and sometimes never the twain shall meet. And you know, I got sick of being in a 5-way marriage, and I had an opportunity to go work. I used to work for the Long Island Voice. You remember the Long Island Voice?
I do. I remember them, yes.
So, well, or you know, or in a good way or a bad way.
Well, you got to understand, I'm a city kid.
Okay.
And the real truth of the matter is
Yeah.
only 10 years, 12 years ago did I actually come out to Long Island proper.
Right.
Because when my first home in Valley Stream, from moving from the city, was basically get on the Long Island Railroad and go back to the city.
Mm-hmm.
So I only consider myself, when I went 15 years ago, Port Jefferson maybe?
Okay.
15 years ago. And that's when I bought the house. Then I became a Long Islander. And I don't actually go out and tell people that. I'm still a city kid. I'm
It's the first time I've ever heard you say you were a Long Islander. You like fight that.
'Cause
Why?
Tooth and nail.
No, it's not that. I grew
That's
up.
Strong Island.
It's a very strong island. Compared to Manhattan, though, it's not going to win any fights.
This guy. You're a Long Islander, right?
I am. I was
Okay,
born
there
and
we go.
raised on Long Island.
I grew up in Uniondale. Did you tell me how to fight?
Listen,
He's like, all right, let me backtrack.
Uniondale's got nothing against the South Bronx. Don't kid yourself.
Okay.
Don't you kid
all right,
yourself.
I'll give you that.
All right, so but enough about the Long Island business. I'm here, and it actually is a beautiful place
We're
to
happy
live.
to have you.
Well, thank you. I feel welcome now. And Mother Nature, you promise, is never bringing snow again, right?
Yeah, no, that's not going to happen.
Oh my gosh, that was bad. But let's go back to you again.
Okay.
So back to
me.
you.
Back to
You've moved on.
Mhm.
You've gotten this band going. Everybody knows the band. You got divorced out of a 5-way marriage. Boy, I wonder if you used the Harrison Law Group for that divorce, because you should have. or maybe
All
Kim
right, so now-
Cardellina, who does.
Now he's moved on
He's
from
moved
music
on.
to all these other things.
Right.
You have all this stuff here. You're involved in comics and in products
Yeah.
and all sorts of things. Tell us about that.
Wow. Well, you know, I guess what really launched my career, I mean, I was a professional wrestler for about 16, 17 years.
Right, that's right.
You know, I've done pretty much everything. I toured all over the place with.
Is that where the name Brimstone actually came
Yeah,
from?
that's where Brimstone
That's
came
what I
from.
thought.
So it is that's where I got my stage name. And as
Ready
everybody
to
knows-
rumble!
There you go. Everybody knows that, you know, again, branding was important. So
Sure.
when I was going to start training, you're not supposed to think of a name first. You know, it's not considered the right thing to do. Although most fans who want to get into it, that's what they want to do. I want a name, and I want a gimmick, and I want to make things happen. And look, it's the last thing you want to do going into pro wrestling. Trust me, if you go to train, don't walk in thinking you know it all. So, you know, I wound up coming up. We had the long trip from Long Island into Queens, and then wound up being Brooklyn later on. But to Queens to the Long Island Wrestling Federation, LIWF, and you know, I had the opportunity to sit down with myself, and I don't know if you ever heard of the band Hostile Intent.
Long
Hostile
time
Intent?
ago.
Yeah. Well, the
It
lead
was a long
singer,
time ago,
the lead
right.
singer was one of Chris Hostile. He was my original tag team partner.
Wow.
So yeah, we went into it together. I actually called him. I said, "Hey, this is what I'm going to do. You interested?" And he's like, "Sure, let's do it." So we went. We did this, and you know, every single ride, I'd be sitting and trying to come up with names, and I came up with like 1,000 different names, and you know, tried to figure out what I was going to call myself. And you know, I didn't want to be a weak character. I wanted to be a strong character.
Sure.
You know, I wanted to come up with a name that wouldn't only be marketable, but would be memorable. So you know, after 1,000 names, I narrowed it down to 100 legit. And then after the 100, I narrowed it to about 10. And then that 10, Brimstone was the one that popped out on the page, and I've been Brimstone ever since. So you're talking about pretty much almost 20 years, you know, that I've been the character.
That's a powerful name, and you know, if I were to do a logo for that, and of course, just the quick advertising with the different multicolor letters, I could almost see even a stronger typeface with things, and I could just feel that explosive pressure behind the words. If it was animated, it would almost explode.
Yeah,
you know,
it's you know, I love the name. I thought it would be something that would be strong in the industry. Now, again, I wanted it to be strong not just in the industry, but that would be able to carry on outside of the wrestling industry.
Sure.
So, you know, the name itself, you know, lends itself to a lot of different things. That being said, you know, you also have the problem that occurs that, you know, sometimes they think, well, Brimstone, oh no, that's going to be trouble. That's going to be trouble. Oh no, that's a big guy, long hair. He's got the skull rings. Not good. I could do Brooks Brothers too, guys. But at the end of the day, you know, I thought that, you know, hey, I do kids' books. I do, you know, I'm
you
very,
can
very...
see you're a warm, loving guy. You really are, under that very strong exterior, and we're talking a couple of extra strong.
And I read that.
Again, the knock on the weight.
I read that you. I was talking about thinking about the kids.
Yeah.
That you donate money
Yeah.
to children.
Yeah, I do a lot of stuff. I'm the celebrity spokesperson for the Stan Lee Foundation. So I do a lot of stuff with, you know, literacy in children.
That's
you know,
nice.
so we do that. I'm doing something with the UCPN coming up shortly. We're going to be doing some stuff. I'm working with Build-A-Bear, who does some stuff with Hound Entertainment, Hound Comics Inc.
That's nice.
So I'm going to try to do some stuff with Build-A-Bear there. You know, I do everything. You know, so yeah,
Are they going to have a build a brimstone?
I don't want to either confirm or deny any of that at this point.
Don't confirm or deny that one.
We're talking about right now. We're discussing doing some in-stores. There's you know, some in-store signings and appearances for them. We're doing. They're opening up a new location at the Empire State Building.
Wow.
So if that is happening, that would be the first one that I'd be doing with them at this point.
You got to invite our cameras for that
Yes.
one, because that's something worthy of putting on the
Absolutely.
Filmmakers Show.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So that's something that we're going to wind up. That's what we're working on now, and you know, just trying to do a lot of stuff with a lot of really cool people, because you know, it's just doing the right thing. It's important. You know, anything that's going to help kids out, anything that's going to help out, you know, people in need. It's important. Like I'll do Island Harvest. I'll do Sunrise Day Camp. I'll do, you know, I'll go down. I'll sit and meet and greet with the kids. You know, they came up. I know I had some fans that had come up from forgot what school it was, but they came down this past weekend. I did Eternal Con, which is Long Island's, comic book pop culture.
Comic
convention.
book, yeah, just like
Yeah.
Comic-Con, right,
Yeah,
right,
so
right,
it's a
right,
smaller version of Comic Con here on the island.
That's nice.
So I had a bunch of friends. I call them my friends, but a bunch of the kids that have Down syndrome. That, they came down. So we were there. I was taking pictures. I had them put me in headlocks, and just had a good time. And they it makes them so happy. And all it takes is a little bit of time. And you know what? These people deserve that love and appreciation back. And I love the love and appreciation they give me. So. It's always, it makes you feel good, to be able to.
I
give back.
can't
Absolutely.
agree
I hope
more.
I'm making sense.
No,
Absolutely.
of course you
Absolutely
are.
making
Yeah. So like I said, doing all this stuff, I work.
Hold it.
So hard.
Heaven is tuning in. God, you've heard that, right? Help this man.
Please, just because I say I'm from
Wait,
hell doesn't mean I want to go there.
All the Christians are going to turn this off right now.
I don't want to see this.
Yeah, basically.
Go ahead.
So I do a lot of philanthropy as much as I can. I'm trying to get on Celebrity Apprentice, so that's one thing that
Mark
I've been
Burnett.
pushing and pushing and pushing, but for some reason I just cannot get a hold of the right people. It is what it is.
I can't tell you who, but later on in the show, we've got some contacts over at NBC, which I'd be very happy to share with you.
Much appreciated.
And that's
We're gonna have
right.
to get Kim on that.
Kim?
Kim.
There she is.
Where is she?
Okay,
She's over there. Okay, good.
So awesome. So yeah, now you've moved on. Let's stop a minute the clock.
Okay.
I want to talk about what's near and dear to me.
Mm-hmm.
Gone to the High School of Art and Design. That's about the 11th time I've said that on the air. And the Visual Arts College. So you into comic books. You create the comic books. Do you
Yes.
draw them too?
No. Now, see, I used to draw.
Okay.
And I was pretty good too. But I am not to that level. I wanted to make sure that I had the right players when I got into it because it's visual, and
Yeah.
people need to see it and go, ooh, otherwise.
Do you know who the most incredible artist I ever hired? And I can draw. But for a postcard campaign for the Integrated Control Company of Long Island, I hired Jack Davis, who draws for Mad Magazine.
Oh, wow.
And he was incredible to work with. And we drew the characters of the owners. And those owners looked like those characters, that same kind of incredible characterism.
That's great.
Let me see one of these. I'd love to look at it while...
This is actually the most recent. And this is actually the variant cover of the same book. This
Give that
is
one to
for the
Michelle.
Stan Lee Foundation.
Wow. Awesome, guys. Let me just hold it up to my face. Yes, let me just... Oh, wait, in my face. Okay. I'm looking at the wrong camera while I do this. This is a beautifully bound comic. This is not one of your average everyday comics. You're working with
This is beautiful.
chrome coat paper. This is heavy
I
stock.
don't know what kind of stock it is. I just
This is
don't
good
keep it.
stock. This is like
Yeah.
a 120-pound cover weight.
It's nice. I wanted to make sure that we were going to do something. When we went into this publishing, thing, I wanted to make sure that our product was going to stand out head and shoulders above.
This is
the rest.
awesome.
So
It's very, very well done.
all our product.
beautiful.
For my brand itself, I like to make sure that the quality is there. The cover for this one is Jeffrey Gwynn, and very famous artist Rob Pryor did the cover for this one. So
That's an
yeah.
incredible cover. What Michelle's got in her hand
Yeah.
there. Vicky,
That
you
one-
wanna throw that?
Now this guy, Rob Pryor, believe it or not, he did this blindfolded with two hands. Look him up. That's all I
Wow.
gotta say. Look him up. Unbelievable. He's speechless. Look him up.
I'm going to guess that. Strangely enough, I was always told that people with some sort of disability, the other disabilities, the abilities, they get stronger.
Oh yeah.
Like a blind person may be able to hear very well, or ultra smell. And speaking of ultra smell, I'm smelling the most delicious
Sauce. Some sauce, because I'm the sauce boss.
So
Yeah.
you've gone into a line of foods and stuff.
Yes.
And seasonings.
One thing that I also like to do is most of this, not everything, but most of the products that come out all have a vicious circle. Everything kind of works with each other. Now you might say, why would sauce and seasoning have anything to do with a comic book? Well, the books that you were just reading, as well as some of the others, actually have the products in them.
I saw.
So,
Yes.
so
yes.
somebody can be talking about, in the book, oh, give me a grindhouse burger or a sweet heat treat wings, or, so at the end of the day, You know, we got the sauce.
Yeah,
and
it's
the seasoning.
amazing. It's amazing. You're actually integrating products in a comic.
Yeah.
And isn't that what we were doing with Here's
I
to
was
Us?
thinking
And
of
we're
that.
still going to do the
It's
same
product
thing.
placement.
Yeah.
in the
Product
comic book.
placement. They do it a million times over. You know, especially Marvel and DC and any film known to man. Oh hell, why not do it in a comic? And that's why I started doing it.
I think that's brilliant on your part.
Thank you.
You really are creative.
appreciate
And I have to say that with the most incredible humility, because I don't find many good creative people. Once again, having gone through that world where there were the professionals and everything else, and I'm not patting myself on the back. Believe me, it spit me up and chew me up too. There's very few of you around, and you are amazing. You know.
Tell that to the rest of the world.
Listen, world, get it straight.
I'm good. I'm happy. You know what? I love my fans. They followed me through, you know, many years of different reinventions, and now, I mean, we're just building every single day. You know, it's so difficult, you know, to get the word out about everything you do sometimes.
Sure.
And I've been blessed to have, you know, some amazing fans and friends and so forth that, you know, have really helped to push it and, you know, put it out there. You know, it's just incredible.
It is incredible. And what's more incredible is that half hour went away that quick. However, we here at Madhouse TV know a good thing when we see it. So if you're watching this on Madhouse TV live tonight, stay tuned. We've got our second show starring Brimstone.
2 times.
And that's when we'll be tasting some.
And that's
of
when
those
we'll be
sauces.
tasting and several other things.
Get some flavor behavior in your mouth.
If, in fact, you're watching this on Long Island Cable Channel 20, well, that means we will see you next week as a second part of our series, and we would like you to tune in again. But till then, I say thank you to Michelle Parisi. I thank Mr. Brimstone here for being a guest. I thank Cheryl Dobbins for her production help in the background, and Violetta Analicari for photography. I could never not thank enough Tom Milley, Tommy Marr, Vicky Mealy, and Janine Zerilli, who created this incredible Madhouse TV. And with that, we will see you in one of those times that I just mentioned. Take care. See you in a few minutes.
I'm Tom Mealy from Madhouse TV, and when I'm not at the studio, I'm here at the Harrison Law Group. This is my real job. In this January 2015, Brett and I are putting together a show called Legal Straight Talk. It'll be aired on Cablevision as well as here at Madhouse TV. You need to tune in. This information that we're going to be giving the public is the real deal. It's all about what you should do, what you shouldn't do. So tune in this January 2015 for a new episode of Legal Straight Talk.
Hi, I'm Jerry Parisi. Join Tom Mealy and Tommy Marr right here on Cablevision Channel 20 each week for an interesting episode of The Long Island View.
I am Tommy Marr,
Otherwise known as the Maverick Soul.
and I am live in the Madhouse.
For my show, Maverick Soul Hour.
Come and join us. It's the place to be.
right here on Madhouse TV, Sunday nights at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And we will put you out to the entire world.
You got that right.
You're watching MadhouseTV.com. Stay tuned for the Filmmaker Show starring Jerry Parisi.
Hi, I'm Jerry Parisi, and welcome to tonight's edition of the Filmmakers Show. And I want to mention that this is part 2 of last week's show, if you're watching Channel 20. And of course, if you're still watching Madhouse TV, wondering why we're so late tonight, just thank the Huntington Coach Corporation for that. There was so much traffic on the streets tonight, I couldn't believe it. And all to that. But having said all of that, I wanted to reintroduce Michelle Parisi. I want to introduce our guest, Mr. Brimstone.
There we go.
And Mr. Brimstone. Who are these two beautiful girls?
I have no idea. I've never seen
Oh,
them.
well, where'd you guys come from? You just arrived?
Just showed up. They were lost. They were looking for another building.
Oh, they were. Well,
Yes.
we were actually doing that in the back. No, this is Anna. She's actually my social media director for Hound Comics Inc. Hound Entertainment Group, and she's been doing all the live tweeting and everything since we've been here. And then we also have Kim over here, who's the director of PR for Hound Comics Inc., Hound Entertainment Group, and myself. So,
How did you find these ladies?
well, I can't tell you. I'd have to kill you. But they've
I'm
actually.
thinking you don't want to kill me. Let's not talk about it.
I had it. Let's put it this way: I had a need. They filled it. All is good in the world.
That's Michelle. I had a need. She filled it. She
There you
married
go.
me,
It's
and now
true.
I'm in trouble.
Yeah, it was.
Especially now that I have a brimstone.
There you go.
There you go. See,
She's got a brimstone.
That's
I'm
right.
sorry. I'm not gonna fight you over.
No.
I'm
that's
married
okay.
too, so
That's
I'm gonna. You can keep her.
No, that's good. And let me ask you something before we get into this amazing line of sauce, which we were looking at on the last section of the show. Each girl has something to do, and you have more people helping you with your publicity and everything out there.
Mm-hmm.
But define for some of the audience who don't use Twitter and some of the other social media. Tell me about your role here, if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, we use the main social media networks like Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, even like Tumblr and Snapchat, and of course Periscope, which is like a live streaming service through Twitter. And if you want to follow us, we're at Hound Comics, at The Real Brimstone, and at Entrance to Hell. So we have a couple of different accounts on every site. So,
The entrance to hell.
yep.
See, it's getting better and better every day. There's no snow. I like it. And what do you do, dear?
Well, I'm public relations, and anyone who knows about public relations, that it's always about building relationships and connecting with people. So basically that's what I do. You know, I try to build relationships with, businesses and, whoever, like here, Madhouse TV.
Hey, Madhouse TV.
And, that's what we do.
So you've engaged these girls amongst others to help you, and this is how you're really keeping in front of the forefront of what's going on.
Yeah, nobody can do it themselves.
That's true.
I'm good, but at the end of the day, I can't do everything. I can't wear every single hat, and I have an amazing team of players. I have an awesome woman by the name of Christina Colcher who helps me out. She tries to come a couple of nights during the week, every week, who makes connections here and there. I believe she made the connection.
In fact, that's how I met Christina, who's camera shy.
Yes.
Right, but hi, Chris.
She's over there.
Hi.
And I have an amazing crew, from Tiara, who does a lot of the stuff, online media. I have my CIO, Frank Lamberti, who is in Ohio, so he couldn't come down with me to something like this. What do you call it? Oh my God, Shane. There's Steve. There's oh my God, there's a whole bunch of people. My wife is actually the office manager. We have our corporate office in Bethpage, New York.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. You got corporate offices, and dare I mention, you have a store.
Yes.
And the store here handles some of these beautiful products. Let's taste some of these things.
Yes, and if you come to our store, because we have the storefront, my beautiful wife will be the one who gives you all these delicious tastes. My wife Danielle, so she will let you taste all of these wonderful things.
Nice.
So I'm going to start you off. Hold on, wait.
Can I have a spoon?
We got spoons here.
Okay, I wasn't going to use anything else.
So let's start it off with the drizzle. Now the drizzle is, let's try this right here. This is a cherry chocolate bourbon finishing sauce. And now I'm pretty sure that's the one because I brought them over and I didn't mark them yet. So
okay, so this one
it's one
says
of them.
D
They're
on
all
it. That
good
should
anyway.
be a drizzle.
Should be for drizzle.
Okay, so I should drizzle this on my
bad
tongue.
boy right here.
And what would you drizzle it on?
I'll use that on skirt steak, chicken. What do you think? You
I'm
like
thinking someone's skirt. That's fine.
I'm
good with that.
Dirty. What do you call it? So we,
It's delicious.
you put a little bit of that on anything. A little bit goes a long way. That's why it's a little bottle of love. See, he's
So
not
what
even
does it
share
taste
He's
like?
not going to share it with you.
Oh, Michelle, try it. It's delicious.
There's nothing
Here,
left.
so pass this
No.
over
Does she
here.
want the?
We're going to kill me.
Does she need a clean spoon, or we just share germs
I
anyway?
can share.
Well, look, I'm assuming you guys kiss at night, so
Passionately.
Oh, this is delicious.
You like
it is,
that?
right?
You like that?
We like it a lot.
Oh
So
my
now-
gosh, this would be great on steak.
Yes, there you
My
go.
goodness.
And you just need a little bit. Now this is, if everything didn't get confused, I'm pretty sure this is the cherry bourbon barbecue sauce.
Cherry
Bourbon barbecue sauce. Boom! It goes pow in your mouth.
Okay, I'm gonna try some
This
of
is
this.
delicious.
Okay, take that. Take a look at that.
This is the. This
cherry
is what
bourbon.
we're having now.
Yes.
Okay, and that was this
That's
one.
the one with a little bit of a bite, right? He's just gonna eat it up.
Oh,
This
I'm
is
sorry. Do you have
delicious.
to share again? Go
That's
ahead.
the
Yes, you
cherry
do.
All right, so then we'll pass
Now
this
the
down to
the
you.
one in front of it was the first one we had, right?
Yes. Yes. There we go. We got to do a little taste testing. What do you think? What do you think? If you hate it, it's okay.
No,
it's all
we don't
good.
hate it.
Okay. Now we're gonna go to the lip smacking.
I feel like I have to go buy these and put
These
them
are
on
great.
all sorts of different kinds of steak.
Yeah, this is
Which is your favorite?
the raspberry vodka barbecue sauce.
You get to
This next one.
These are amazing.
You like that?
I love these.
All right, hold on.
What do
Now
you
I'm gonna
think?
try
What do you
this.
think?
What is this
See?
one now?
This is a raspberry vodka barbecue
The
sauce.
raspberry vodka barbecue sauce is brought to you by Brimstone.
There you go.
You should do like a sound effect.
Now, what's this one?
This one's the raspberry vodka barbecue sauce.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, these are delicious.
You like that?
I'm like not wanting to share here.
We're
Well,
gonna.
you have to share.
All right, hold on.
We're gonna do. We're gonna do.
Did you
this,
ever try
this
this
way?
one?
Of course,
This way
I
we
tried
can
all
make it move quicker for you, because I know you want to get a taste.
Welcome
Yes,
to the
I do
cooking
wanna get
show
a
here at
taste.
Madhouse TV. We're cooking everything tonight in sight.
Awesome sauce.
That's
all right,
right, the
boys and
awesome
girls.
sauce.
This is a sweet pineapple
goodness.
teriyaki glaze. All right, gives you a little
my
bit of a kick in the
gosh.
pants, just a little bit, just to let you know it's there.
Vicky, you want to come out of the camera room and try some of this?
Oh, Vicky, you know you want to try some stuff.
You want? She's
Oh
like,
my
no
gosh.
way. I
What do
hate
you
being on
think?
camera.
One is better than the
You like
next.
that?
This is
Yeah.
delicious stuff, Vic.
Oh, and it gets better.
Now, none of this has sesame. I should have asked you this.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah, it contains fish oil. You're in trouble.
Actually, this one might have sesame in it. I don't know. You want to take a chance?
No.
Let's
I'm
see.
very allergic. You'll have to take
You're
me to
very
the
allergic.
emergency
I don't
room.
know.
Can I feed the 20-year-old next to me? You're 20 years old. You
Okay,
are?
I don't know. I'm not going to take the chance.
Wow,
This
that's
is
awesome.
too much for me to read.
And none of them have
That's
any
very
fish.
nice.
None of them have any fish
No,
base or
no
anything.
fish
All
base.
right.
No. Now this
Final.
one right here is the sweet heat treat. This is my top seller. Okay. It's not the
Is
final
this the
one
one
but
that
it might
you
be
said
the final
your
one that he
favorite?
does.
This is my favorite.
All right, hold on one
This
second.
is like
this,
the
but
fan
read the
favorite.
ingredients.
Yeah.
This is the fan favorite one?
Yeah.
Come here.
This is the one he's having now?
Come on.
Yes.
Mom.
This is the sweet heat treat.
She turned me down on television.
I turned him down.
Wow.
I love it.
I can't see the ingredients.
This is
Maybe one of the young
This is
people
a
can read
sweet-
it.
Sweet chili
Can you
hot
feel the kick?
sauce.
Yeah, from you.
Garlic, salt, cayenne chilies, lime juice. You're good on this.
I've had it many times.
Actually, I feel the kick twice.
Yep.
This is actually delicious, Michelle.
We have to buy these and make steaks with them and
Let her
stuff.
get a little
Oh my
taste of
goodness.
it.
They're
Be good
all
on
good.
chicken, steak, anything.
Do you make these yourself in your basement?
Come on now.
In a cauldron?
If I had time to do it, I would. No, but no.
This,
At the end
almost,
of,
this has almost like a duck sauce kind of taste.
Yeah, it does.
it's a sweet. It's sweet.
Very
It's
good.
just
I've often
a little
wondered
bit
where
of
they
a kick.
get duck sauce from. Do they squeeze a duck out and then boil
I
it?
think they might, but
That's
you know, we
terrible.
don't want to go there. That's bad. We got a vegan over here. She's looking at me like, you better not agree with that.
Actually, all of these sauces are all natural and vegetarian and vegan, so you could definitely use them on veggie burgers as well.
And I love
Not a
veggie
meat
burgers.
eater,
I
yeah.
do love veggie burgers. They're delicious. The California ones, right?
That one was a little bit
Yeah.
spicier
Oh yeah.
than the
Well,
other ones.
well, this one right here. I don't know how your husband is on this, but this is my ultra hot.
Ultra
likes-
hot.
Do you like hot?
I do like hot, but I don't want to throw up on TV because it may just do that. But I could try it.
You want to try it? You
Why
want to
not?
do it? Okay.
Go for it.
This is about
Ultra hot.
Are you all right, hold on, stay right there. Make sure you get a close up of him.
Vicky, do you see this little dot?
Close up, close up.
Does everybody get a close up? This little
Make
dot.
sure you don't get it on your lips.
Don't get it on my lips.
Just your tongue.
Just go right on the tongue.
That's right.
Maybe I should shoot this in my eyeball since it doesn't work anymore.
So how you doing? Are we talking to Michelle for the rest of the show? So now I've taken over.
Wait. Michelle now's got this idea. Now I can shut him up with a bottle of this.
What's that stuff called?
It's called necrocide.
Necrocide,
Necrocide.
liquid death in a bottle.
Yeah, that's what it was. Death in a bottle. Oh my God.
Now, what are these seasoning mixes?
I have 5 different seasonings. I have the Flavor Behavior, which is an all-purpose seasoning. Use that on just about anything. I use it on my burgers, my steaks, my chicken, popcorn, you name
You
it.
killed them with it, right?
Yeah, oh my God, I love it. They're all that's sweet and savory. In every single one of my my seasonings, I use turbinado sugar, and the reason for that is it creates a nice glaze over the meat, keeps in all the flavor, keeps in the seasoning. It's delicious. This right next to that is the Taste Bud Tango. The Taste Bud Tango is a lime base. All right, it is something like
Wow.
you've never. I see you burning up over here. You're crying.
Yeah, just ask
Okay?
Christine over there. Would you go to the green room and get me some water?
Actually, because that juice.
It's
right
hot.
there-
It's
Yeah, that's
about
good.
6
Get me that.
million on the Scoville scale.
Yeah, I just burned down my whole
It's her
tongue.
debut.
There you
Here,
go.
I'll just get that.
There you go.
Yeah.
So
I just
here
want
we're
to point
passing
out for
along.
those of you who love hot things, this was hot. You know, it was really hot.
But it's flavorful.
Not only that, you don't have your tongue anymore when it's done, so it's very flavorful.
So anybody who likes the hot sauce, the necrocide, look it up. So the Taste Bud Tango is great on chicken, pork, fish. We use it on popcorn and a ton of
popcorn,
different
too.
things. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah. People use this stuff on there. The drizzle, that's actually won awards for best dessert sauce. People
Really?
use it. It's a cherry chocolate bourbon finishing sauce. They use it on ice cream.
That would even be good on steaks, though, too. It's
Oh yeah.
delicious.
Oh, it's absolutely.
Yeah.
But what do you call
Yeah,
it?
you could pass that over.
The which one? Oh,
She wants them too.
Drinks. Here we go. There we go.
There you go.
All right. Then I have "You Baking Me Crazy," which is a bacon mesquite.
You're baking me crazy. You're baking
Love
me
it.
crazy.
We have to have fun with our titles.
I think.
And what do you call it? The Bacon Me Crazy is bacon mesquite. What I like to do with it is I'll cut up some Yukon Gold potatoes. I'll throw
Right.
a little evu in there, mix it up real nice, and then toss it. I douse it with the seasoning and make sure that it's really well put together. Put it in slow and low. It is redonkulous.
And you like to cook, obviously, to be able to do some of this stuff.
Yeah. We're talking about some things I can't kind of say it on air, but yeah, you might be seeing me in doing some kind of competition real soon. So.
Oh, that's pretty nice. Oh, you can't say it, but you're going to be doing it. All right, good.
That's what it looks like.
That's nice.
If you like heat and can handle it.
Not after that, I can't.
I'm just kidding. But we have our Hell Dust. Our Hell Dust
yeah, okay, no.
It's got a sweet flavor on the front and even burn on the back end. And then at the end of the day, my Grindhouse, similar to the Flavor Behavior, except it's my personal flavor profile. It's a little sweeter, a little spicier. So for me, that's my go-to for any kind of barbecuing that I do. But yeah, grill season is coming up. Barbecue time, Father's Day. Well, this is airing after Father's Day.
Hold on a second.
It's airing after
Well,
Father's
it's
Day.
airing tonight, but I don't do grilling. She could tell you.
I'll do the grilling.
Tell them what happened the last time we had a grilling going on.
He had the coals that was still having flame, and he didn't wait for it to go down to coal, and he cooked hamburgers and burnt them. They were burnt on the outside and raw on the inside.
That's right. So sad.
No.
And I was trying to impress my ex-wife.
Veggie burgers, right?
No, they were regular burgers. And I just wanted to try to impress her and her new husband, who were over my house, because they're friends anyway.
Okay.
And I wanted to show them I could make believe I could cook, or make it look like I could.
Make pretend.
Make pretend, but it didn't work. Didn't work. Sad. Good thing we had sandwiches too.
Well, I am a grill master, so if you would like for me to come over and do some grilling for you,
That might be nice. We can open up. We've got our pool.
And I'm down.
We could have a lot of fun.
There
You can bring the girls, including the one who kicked me just now. Go for it.
Wow. Wow. But,
Yeah, she's never going to let that down.
So yeah, I do a lot with this. Aside from my line, we also have Bumblefoot from Guns N' Roses. So
Bumblefoot
Yes.
from Guns N'
Yes,
Roses.
yes.
All right, you want to go into that one because that sounds good. What is Bumblefoot from Guns N' Roses?
He's a lead guitarist, and he is a hot sauce aficionado.
Okay.
So we have 2 of his ultra hots, and then 3 other sauces: normal, uncool, and Bumble Babe, which are the other 3 sauces. The ultra hots are abnormal, and the other one I cannot say on television. So we will let you.
Ultra Hot
We'll
Plus.
let you know. We'll let you know what the name is when we're off air.
So let's go back to some of the other things you got going on, like these books here. What are these storybooks that are very, very cute?
That's the Border Pups. That's actually the kids' version of the characters in the comic. I wanted to make sure to do something that, the kids and the parents could kind of relate with each other. They could do something together, and if, they could vibe with each other on something. So, the parents will be reading, or the father or the mother will be reading the comic,
Right.
and then the kids can actually read the kids' books. And obviously the kids' books have nothing to do with the premise of the comic, but at the end of the day, it's the same characters, and they can enjoy them.
Right.
And all around
So then
the country.
as they get older and they go into reading the comic books,
Yes.
they already are introduced
They already know
to
the characters.
So-
right.
This is done by a different artist than
Yes,
those.
yes.
I can tell the difference right out of the gate. And I got to say, once again, beautiful. I love it.
Thank you.
Really nice job. I don't give Michelle will tell you, I don't give everybody the nice job thumbs up. And I could be painfully mean about it. Not that I want to be, but I
Oh yeah.
that's the way it
But
works.
that's what we're here for, That's
it's a thing,
and it's a very important. It's like when people. I've had people contact us over at Hound about some of our books, and you send things out for reviews and for
Right.
people to take a look at. And at the end of the day, look, not everything's for everybody. So I've had people that actually have asked us, well, I wasn't necessarily into this book,
But-
not mine, thank goodness. But no, but others, I'm not necessarily into this book, but I'm not necessarily going to give a good review on it. Do you want me to still put it up? And we say, absolutely, we want you to put it up.
Sure.
Because it's a matter of your own opinion. If we didn't want
Absolutely.
your opinion, we wouldn't have asked for it. So, it's very important for us to get real reviews and real people out there giving positive and negative, but all of it, even if negative, is a positive feedback.
Now, we have this cute little man.
Oh,
And
yes.
who's cute little man?
That's little me. It's little me. It's the collectible Brimstone vinyl that's going to be coming out within the next 3 weeks. So by the time
Very
this goes
nice.
on cable, you guys should be able to get your own. It's done by 3 Coconut Monkey, and
I love it. It's cute.
Yeah.
this is the
Very
prototype.
cute.
Right now, it's being they're about they did the first run at the plant that they do them. And they said that they're coming along really, really well. They've just got a nice gloss on it.
I like that.
So they do myself, and they do they do the plushes also, but they do myself and they do Stanley.
Hold up your little plush there, Michelle.
Yeah.
I always let my wife show
cute?
her plush.
I think he's so cute. Wow.
I'm into that. You know,
This has turned into a very, very evil show right
I'm
now.
into that kind of stuff. Let me show you my wife's plush. Come here, hon.
Here he is.
Wow. So it is a Madhouse TV. We're keeping this PC. PC, guys. So this they do myself and they do Stanley. So I'm very, very excited to be
Very
working with
cute.
Coconut
I mean,
Monkey.
now.
And then you have something else.
Yeah, I was just gonna go
What
with
is-
the perfume.
Oh
You
yeah.
have some cologne.
This is the male cologne I have, Burned by Brimstone.
Let me see.
It's by Demeter. So
Hold on. Which one smells better, this or this?
Well,
That's
it
what I
depends
want to
on
know.
what you're going for. If you're going for hunger, this one. If you're going to smell good, you want this.
So if you want to go on a date with a girl and you're gonna make sure you're taking her out to dinner, you want to keep her hungry, you throw that on you,
Absolutely, just
Yeah.
a little dab behind the ears.
and then that burns your ears right off. What does this smell like? Well, that's not
You
bad.
can spray it. You can spray it.
Yeah, I intend to. It's actually amazingly smelling nice. There you go. Now,
Look at it. Look at
hey, honey, you're ready for me tonight, babe. You bring your little brimstone doll.
it. Wow.
Well, I'm always
Burned
telling
by
we take
Brimstone.
applications for threesomes, 4, 5, all the way up to 11.
Oh.
Just a long line.
Maybe 50. You know. Then
Nah,
we're
what house
then we're
is
getting
it all
into
in,
one of
Maddie?
those really naughty movies.
You're gonna have to come up against Brimstone now.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
That's by Demeter Fragrances.
Very nice fragrance. It
Thank
really
you,
is.
Thank you.
It
It's
is.
got jalapeno. It's got what do you call it? Dragon fruit. So
Great.
I wanted to have that.
That means her dog's gonna lick me tonight. That's just what I want.
Look at that. It's good. It's good.
She loves you.
Let me get back to the ladies here.
Hold on. Wait. Before ladies. You gotta
Oh
just do
wait,
this.
I didn't even see this.
Now, do
I'm
you watch?
sorry.
You watch The Big Bang Theory?
I do. And
Yes.
yes, we do.
Well, this is actually the backpack that's on The Big Bang Theory.
Oh, cool.
This is in Raj's apartment for the last 2 seasons.
That's awesome.
And they also have our sauce and seasoning in there as well. The sweet heat treat and the flavor behavior.
Now it's interesting that
Available
one of our
in Walmart.
good friends know Kaylee very, very well, and that's pretty amazing.
Yeah. That's you know Kaylee Clark?
I don't, but a good friend of mine is very, very close to her,
Oh.
and they're very, very good friends.
How close?
Not that close,
Oh, okay.
but trust me, very good friends, good business friends. I would say business friends.
That's
is the
good
best
to
way.
know. Well,
Yeah.
then she should wear it on the show instead of having it hung up.
I will ask him to ask her about that.
There you
That
go.
will be awesome. Now, I want to ask you a question. With all these beautiful products and everything, including you, which you're your own product in a way,
Oh yeah.
and then you got little thing that's going to beat me up later that she's holding, and then the toy, and then what do you do to get this out there? I want to hear the difference of yesterday's world to today's world. You want to? Let's talk about the fragrance. How do you want to start tweeting that? What would you do?
Well, I mean, just attack the internet with crazy graphics. We write about it. We contact companies to promote it. That's mostly what Kim does, if you want
Yeah. Well, we would contact companies. I mean, also on her part for social media, let's say she had Twitter or something, she put hashtags. Hashtags, a lot of people look at hashtags and
to.
all that fun
Hashtags,
stuff.
a lot
we
of
would
tagging.
we would post it on Instagram or something, and a lot of people follow Brimstone, so they would look at that, and then if
How effective is that?
It's pretty effective. We got just from my first day of doing it, we got 200 likes on Facebook. So.
Okay, and to the audience who doesn't understand why it's
Um,
important to be liked, explain.
It's important.
I
to do
mean,
that.
it gives you, it's just another platform to promote your business or yourself or your label, basically. So.
Social media is very important, especially in entertainment. It's at this point, it's important for any business.
Absolutely.
And you have to have a strong grip. And the problem that you get with people like us who are in front of the cameras and touring and doing our thing is sometimes you just don't have the opportunity to sit and tweet all day or send messages out all day, which is why it's so important to have Anna doing what she does. I mean, she does it all day long. She interacts with the fans, and she does it on the Hound side. And then she's going to start doing a little more on the Brimstone side. I can't handle it myself.
Sure.
But it's a little different between the Hound and then the Brimstone stuff, because the Brimstone stuff, we also have integrated a bunch of different social media platforms that people wouldn't normally utilize, like Whosay. Whosay is the celebrity-only social media. So that actually goes to all of our other social media platforms. So for Brimstone, where, I will post in one location. So if you go to Brimstone, whosay.com/Brimstone, that is my Whosay account, and that has every post that I put through. Now that also goes to Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Tencent. Tencent is my Asian social media, to which I have over 90,000 followers on, and I'm verified. But I can't get verified here in the States. I don't know what's going on. You should do something about it, people. But what do you call it? @verified, @entrance to hell. Verify him. But yeah, no, I just it's just difficult to to do everything that we do and then keep on the social as well. So
Absolutely. It is not easy to keep track of all of that.
Yeah.
And I want to ask you something. What is your full name? Anna what?
Anna Ruzik.
Ruzik?
Yeah.
Okay, and what's your full name, Kim?
Kimberly Adragna.
Okay.
Yep.
There was someone like that named that at Long Island Pulse a while back. Any relation?
Was it?
No, guess not.
Probably not.
Guess
no.
not.
Guess not. Guess not.
And it's not a common name too.
No, it's
not
not.
a common last
No,
name. So
no.
maybe it's a long lost family. I don't know that.
She got
Could
these
be.
girls working,
Right.
Yes,
basic. I want to say 24 hours a day, but in a way,
They're in and out. Anna is with me every single day, and then Kim comes and goes when we need her. Because at the end of the day, if she's working all day, all night, when we're doing events, it gets very difficult.
It does.
So again, it's just all about being there when it's needed, and the girls have been fantastic. They're very, very good at what they do. It's just a matter of just, again, staying in front of the other people that are out there.
tell me, I know you work for the United Cerebral Palsy and some of these other things. You donate your time unselfishly, which is what is just amazing when people do things like that, which I'm a big fan of doing that for
Appreciate
people.
that.
It's
Humbling.
wonderful, actually.
It's humbling.
It is humbling, without a doubt, because people, when they look up to you, it's there's your greatest gift in the world back to you, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
When they want that. What are some of the things that's upcoming that we may be able to tell the audience to look at, especially those watching us live tonight?
Wow, off the top of my head, I don't have my schedule in front of me.
I know, actually.
Go ahead, what is it?
We're going to be doing a live Periscope stream from an animal shelter where
Oh, that's very nice.
yeah, with rescue dogs and cats or whatever animals they have available.
Little shelter.
And, yeah.
Oh, little shelter in Huntington.
Little shelter?
Yeah, I actually
Little shelter
adopted a
in
cat from
Huntington.
there.
Really?
Yes,
Where
I
is
did.
it?
Last hope.
Last
Awesome.
Hope. I'm sorry, it's Last Hope.
Last
we're doing.
Hope.
And where's
But-
Last Hope?
Last
Where
Hope
is
is in
it?
Wantagh.
It's in
Wantagh?
Wantagh.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're
So we're gonna
they're
do
both
that.
good shelters.
Very good
Yeah.
shelters.
And then I know we're doing, like I said, the UCPN. We're going to be doing something. I haven't set the date yet, but we're going to do an in-house deal there. We're going to go and from classroom to classroom and sign autographs.
That's nice.
And take pictures and do whatever we need to do there. We're also going to be doing. I do a lot of stuff with the Stanley Foundation. So whenever things pop up for that.
Who is the Stanley
I
Foundation
was
for
going to
them?
ask, what is the Stanley Foundation?
The Stanley Foundation promotes literacy in children via, comic books, trade paperbacks, things like that. It's visual literacy, and it's very, very important. So there are a lot of kids out there that they just don't want to read. So not only are they learning how to read and getting, into a comic book,
Right.
but they're actually learning visual literacy as well.
It's true.
And there's so much to go into. That's like 3 episodes in itself. But I do a lot of stuff with the libraries, and I do a lot of stuff in schools. So
And who publishes the comics?
us, Hound Comics Inc., Hound Entertainment Group. Yep. So if you go to houndcomics.com, you can see us and over 40 different comic books, kids books, web comics, novels. We do it all.
And you actually sell it from there.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, that's pretty amazing.
There, Amazon, BarnesandNoble.com, the whole 9 yards.
You know what? I have to say, Brim, I like to like him. Know him like a buddy now. Brim.
You just dropped the stone.
Brim.
That's not part of his name anymore.
It's not. Everybody calls me Brent. I'm used to it.
Brimstone, and those of you who are watching this, please don't forget this incredible man who I'm truly humbled by being here in the studio with tonight. and his entourage and things like this. And while we're at it, we don't have too much time left, but what's some of your websites? Just, hammer some of them out real quick for us.
Okay. My official website is www.entrancetohell.com.
I like that.
If you want to consider a PC, just go to brimstone.me. It's the same thing. You can also go to houndcomics.com, houndentertainment.com, houndkids.com, houndpublishing.com. We do a little bit of everything, but houndcomics.com is the hub for it all.
And let me ask you, when you appear, what do you appear as? As Brimstone the wrestler? Or what?
Everybody does it different. Sometimes they put entertainer, sometimes they put entertainment entrepreneur, sometimes they put, pro wrestler. Depends on,
Depends on the venue.
who it is.
The venue, that's great.
Sometimes Brimstone's just enough. No. But you know what? I mean, it really depends on the venue. I know that Kim usually sends out the the listing of my bio, so you can kind of see everything that is involved in what
We
I
saw
do.
it together.
And then it depends on how they want to announce me. It is what it is. It's just humbling, being asked to be where.
Well, actually, humbling it is I will bring you back to this show for sure.
Absolutely.
I want to track where you're going with some of the different things you got going on. And I want to thank you for being on my show tonight, Brimstone.
Honor and a privilege.
It's the honor and privilege is all mine. Having Michelle here with your little Brimstone toy
Yeah, you
is
have
also...
to thank him for coming to
Thank
on
you,
the
little
show.
Brimstone.
Shake his hand.
And thank you,
Shake
Michelle.
his hand.
There you go. Shake his hand.
Shake his hand.
Shake his hand. This is a first, right? You
I
shake
think he's
his
going to
hand.
start saying Jerry in the show.
There you go. There you go.
Thank you, Michelle, for helping. And Christine Coulter, thank you very much for putting us all together. I want to thank...
Anna.
And I was going to try to say her last name. And, of course, Kim here for also dropping in unannounced. And...
Thank you.
And all the followers on
Thank you.
Periscope that were watching earlier.
yeah, the
Yes.
Periscope
Yes.
followers, I want to thank those. And then the underwater people who are watching under
There you
the
go.
Periscope, and Diver Dan and all the others.
Diver Dan.
I want to thank Janine Zarilli, Tom Milley, Tommy Marr, and of course Vicky Milley, who tirelessly listens to all this from a booth, directs the show, and keeps it moving. Brains behind the outfit. We are here at Madhouse TV, or if you're watching Channel 20, either one, I want to say thank you on behalf of the Filmmaker Show. We look forward to seeing you on our next episode. Good night, everybody.
Good night.